There's a program called iCandy 400, and it can go into Photoshop along with a newer version of it is Alien Skin. It's or iCandy. It's nature, and it does all these things here. Like I typed up Superman, and underneath it, I have this dark blue. So I was thinking that this is what you can do with the letters, and you use iCandy and motion trail, and it's set up to do this. And yeah, Superman. This is just one of the features that it has. There's many other things like select this, fill it with red. Turn this off. Let's put in another layer down here. Fill it with black. Oops, that's the wrong thing to do. Edit, fill. Okay. Now I just select this layer and go to iCandy and do fire. You see right there, fire. You can see the fire on it. You can use the direction you want the fire to go. You can do column length and height, flame width, taper, and movement. So like this changes the movement. And if you want to animate it, you change the number. See, this is a random seed. You can go with 100 and then copy that. Actually, I think I'll just copy part of it. Edit, copy. Then file new, edit, paste. I'll save that there. Then go back in there, filter, motion trail, fire. Well, actually, that wouldn't be doing it. Cancel. Do this. Edit, step back, and probably easier if I was to just trim this. So it'll always select the same thing. And then I can edit. I'll just make a new layer. Turn that one off. Edit. Fill. And that was 100. So we do 101. Let's copy this one. copy, merge, edit, paste. Oh, that wasn't fitting on there. I'll just close this. Now we'll just copy the second one. This would be animation. I think I'll just leave it there. Yeah. I have Photoshop 7 and it has a separate animation program. So if I can just jump to image ready and do the animation, and I'll just keep making new ones here. Filter, eye candy, fire, and we'll change this to 102 and click OK. Now we select all. I think I'll just run it with 4 of them. And that didn't work. Edit, copy, merge, edit, paste. Let's just undo this. Wait a minute. Hope I didn't have that back turned on behind it, so go step forward, step forward, step forward, select all, edit, copy, merge. Yep, I think that one had too many flames in it. This would be 3. Okay, so now I can send this to image ready. See, jump to image ready. Takes a while for it to open. And move this file over there. Image ready would do a GIF animation. Normally the first layer has all the layers in it, and I'll just turn the other layers off. add a layer, turn this one off and add the other one, then add a layer, turn that off and turn that one on, then add a layer, turn that one off and turn that one on. Good. Now I just push play. That looks a little bit fast. Go a little bit slower. Select all of these and change this to 0.2 seconds. That's a little bit too slow. Go with 1. So there's a flame, like burning, from 4 pictures made from this eye candy from Alienware. And so that was just some of the things that it can do. And I'll get rid of these. Wait a minute. Let's do this. Step back. Step back. Step back. Then merge these down and delete it. This is still the same one with the Superman. Somehow I didn't plan on doing that like that. Edit. Let's do this. Add more canvas on it. And since the background is black, it should do pretty good. There. Get the sides down. I can redo this. That's black. Might as well merge that down. Okay. Now, and if you want to make 3D letters, as I know that you've probably seen 3D. And I'll just select this one and make a duplicate. So that way I don't change this first one. Okay, then render and 3D transformation. There's like a block that it can be turned into. And you gotta actually draw the block on here. And then click OK. I'm not sure if it does any good, but I know that if you got this right here, builder, render, 3D transform, builder, And it's this is supposed to pivot around. There it is, like this. This is that 3D, to make this 3D. And with a box, you can do the same thing. See, render, 3D transform, do the box. Nah. There. And then move it around. So you can see how this works. But what the 3D that I was thinking more of is sort of like what's in here. So you like have this, and we have this. This is a copy. We hide that and use this. See, we'll use this. Since it's, the mouse tapped the button and moved everything as I hit the cord. Okay, let's do this, and I'm going to use the arrow keys to bring this down. I'll bring it down to about here. Now this would be like another copy of it, so I'm going to make this a dark red. And since this is in the back, I'm going to make it smaller. And then try to center it. So now we have an idea of the front and the back. So this is where the rest of the work comes in. You select this and go down to here. Actually, I'm going to try to fade this so I can see through it. Okay. So now I do this. Select this, get it to come over to this corner and this corner. And close it. That would have been closed. Undo deselect. So now I just make another layer above that and fill this with this rip dark red again. Edit, fill. and then make it darker. Now the object here is to go around here and just go collect these lines here, like that one just going up here and you're touching here on the edge. So this whole area here is like this. Then you come around here to this, and that's that area. So that's probably too far. Anyway, I'll just edit, fill, and this goes down to here like this. Oops. Go back over here. This is kind of like some work involved here. I could just change this to make it in between and pick up a color that's right on the edge here. That's not a little bit of both. Oh well, I'll just make it lighter. So now pick this up through here, and I can see where this line crosses the face of it right here. So that's the angle that I need, and this will be selecting this area and fill it, and then fill this where all this S right here, the holes inside. Hit fill, because this is the outside, so it's not going to go through there. And this is going to show from here to here, so add that. And let's do that with this color. Nah, that color is fine. We'll just switch this to this color. Okay, this right here goes down and joins this. Kind of hard to do it with all that stacked up there, but that would fill it in. So we have the S. Now we can come back up to this percentage. See, this is the shape of the S. I get rid of this right here. So So if I select it like this, I can kind of like paint this a little bit lighter through here. Let's see what this do. That color. Hit undo brush. Needs to be a little bit darker. And then this top half, it gets filled in. And I'm gonna, actually that's the wrong thing. I subtract this part from corner to corner so I can, so I can color this part right here from here to here to that S down there. So I remove this. Now I can fill that with a darker color. Ooh, that don't look darker. Let's make it darker. Like right there. And use a big brush here. Oh, too big. And then lighter brush here and get a smaller brush. There it is. Then we go like this. Edit. Undo brush. Need to keep this from going up here, so I'm going to remove this area from the selection. And this down here needs to be darker. Just like this. And I need to get that in there. Use a smaller brush for a smaller curve right through here. So this gives it a 3D look for a 3DS, and I can keep doing that for all these letters, and it'll look good when it's all finished. So you just keep following these lines. Let me get this to be more transparent. And a little bit of transparency to this. So you go from here to this point, and this goes down, so you're selecting this area right here. This would be like a brighter red. And just fill it. Same thing over here. Got this corner to this corner, this corner to this corner, and that's a brighter red. Then you have the shadows down here. This is the first shadow. And then you have from this edge that's showing the curves right there, so start there and curve around to here. I can add a little bit of color there, and I'll just lower the flow to make it a little bit brighter there, but mostly this is just dark color. Now I'll just show this to full strength. And see what the U looks like. So this is how you do it. You just keep working on it. Make these letters more 3D. And it shouldn't be too hard, especially like this this N right here. That's got a lot of sides. So that's flat. Like adjust this down, then adjust this down, and use the lighter color here. Actually, this might be a darker color because the light is on this side, is what I'm doing. So select this and go from here to here to here. Actually, undo that. Select from here to here to here, here, and here, and fill. Then from here to here to here to here to here, and fill. And on this is all filled in. Edit, fill, and this is filled in. Looks like there's a spot right here that I missed. It's where the joining was. And go back up. See, and in. See, the light I'm doing is on this side. Of course, when I'm done, I can convert all this to a different color, like blue. There's a blue. And lighten it. Image, adjust, brightness and contrast. So that's just one way of doing it. But this is how you do the 3D. Of course, doing it in the 3D program would make it easier just to do it and then copy it over. But for drawing it, this is the way you do it. So let's show you something else. And let's do this. Go with this color. Edit, fill. And use eye candy and weave. The weave makes this look kind of like that, just like a weave. You can adjust the gaps to make the gaps bigger or smaller, where it's tighter fit, and the ribbon width can be different sizes, and the thread details can be more details. And shadow strength could be stronger. That's almost like just cutting them in two. And the length in inches, so that the green looks more faded because it stretches out farther. And then I can adjust the color, image, adjust, brightness and contrast. Actually, I want to remove some color and change it a little bit. Image, adjust, using saturation. Go down with the saturation and make it more like this. This is more like a wicker look. Unless you want it white. Well, there's white. You want more white? Just use lightness. Then there's hair. Let's see. As water drops swirl. This looks more like hair, I think. But this is already on something that's already done. Let's do this. Edit. Fill. Then do a green. Let's make this a different color. Filter. And do green. Texture. Green. Now this green would turn into swirls. Let me remove this color and desaturate and image color balance. More red, more yellow, and do this swirl. Now you can see it looks like kind of like hair. You can twist it more and less. Smear length. That makes it smoother. The whirl inches. And streak details. So that's another thing. Then there's fur. Make the color of the hair like this color brown. Maybe it should be darker. No, I liked it better the way it was down there in the dark. So you can see the hair goes off the page. Let's fill in another area and just use this color. Filter. And actually, I'm going to use this right here. Then do antimatter. Not sure if it does anything. Filter. This Corona was what I was thinking of. Let's do the Corona in blue. It's Weaver. to make it more twisted, and flare size to make it flare out more, and glow inches so it goes around it more. So this is the corona effect. Edit, undo, edit, step back. And there's a gradient glow. This is sort of like adding a glow. And the color, you can change that to anything you want. Usually when you do something like this color, let me select this inverse. To make it look brighter, you have to use the color around it. So I'm going to use a brush. That looks big enough. And use this color to go around it a little bit. Make it look brighter. Then use white on top of that. Now if this was blue, actually I just unselected it. Now if this was blue, and just a little bit of this in there. Then this could look like this is a blue thing with a light behind it. And I can make this darker. That's not it. That would be one thing. Now, this nature does corona and smoke and everything. So that's the smoke off of this. It's hot. The filter, nature. Now let's make it cold. Here's water drips. It's on the surface. And then while I'm here, I can change these, like icicles. And then snow. To me, it looks kind of like it's in a cartoon way. So I never really used them that much, but some of them can look kind of realistic, like the flames It was more or less just something to play with that can do things. Like if you want to make up something quick, you can use it. Like quick ice cubes or ice strips and quick snow. Of course, this snow might look better if it was darker down there, and it'd be like a blue first. It's dark. And like that. Then it could look more realistic. That was all a one in there. Let's see what else we can do. There's rust. Ripples. You know what that looks like. Water ripples. Drip. Wet paint. One thing when I just play with these, I look at them and consider doing my own version, because it's just that these look like cartoony in a way, and if you're just doing something cartoony, like let's say like this drips, that could actually be something better. It Let's remove this and this and use another text that is a green. Then I can use this green on it. Might as well just start a new layer so then it can be used. And then select this green and filter, drip. And then we want to unselect everything that isn't there and image, adjust brightness and contrast. I'm gonna should turn that off. View, extras, image, adjust, hues and saturations, and go to this and image adjust brightness and contrast. I want to get the highlights on it to be brighter. Then select inverse and actually I can select that part like that. So there's drooling. Of course, we can go, that's Superman horror. Get more runs on it. Edit, fill. View, extras, show, slices. I don't like show slices. Filter, drips. See the width, drip length, go shorter. And width inches. Density. Now we can unselect that and change this to a different color. Image, adjust, using saturation. There's a blood color. So this is just what you can do with the program that you can get, and it's just in case anybody wanted to know what eye candy was like. There's always plenty of stuff to do. Like this is adding glass to that to make it look wet or shape, add more shape to it. Just image adjust brightness and contrast and brighten it up. I forgot what squint does. It makes it look blurry. It's an echo kind of thing, like vibrating. And there's a lot of stuff that the old one had. There is different things. Let's see, wood. that does a fake wood grain, and I can change the direction. You can see that it's wood. And fur, fire, glass strip, cut out. Here's a chrome. So there's quite a bit you can play with on this. So I guess that's all the introduction for eye candy.